According to Yup and Yup, having students reflect on meaningful experiences, how they personally feel about the issues and situations in a book deepens their understanding of literature. Then, students can take that knowledge and apply it to other areas of their life. That connects us back to the 21st century skills that we want our students to develop. There are 3 post-reading activities that we're going to look at. They include powerful passages, internet investigations, and book trailers. Powerful passages allow students to identify a passage in the text that they felt was meaningful or stood out to them. These selections are personal to each student, so there are no right or wrong answers. This activity helps students gain insight about each other, and they can deepen their understanding of the text. Seeing why somebody else chose that passage can help them understand a little bit more about the reading. Powerful passages can either be orally presented or they can be written. That part is just up to the teacher and up to the class. Next, we have internet investigations. Internet investigations allow students to research people, places, and events they encountered in their text. This helps students to develop a deeper understanding of the settings and people that they read about in a text. Being able to effectively research is a good skill for students to have, especially as they go on to high school and college. So for example, let's go back to our book, The Hatchet by Gary Paulsen. After reading that book, students might look up ways to survive in the wilderness. They might look up to see how to build a bow and arrow by hand. They might look up how to start a fire by hand. They might also be curious to see if that was based off of a true story, so they might look up accounts of people surviving alone in the wilderness for long periods of time. The last activity that we have is book trailers. Book trailers are a way for students to release their creativity and use technology such as cameras, computers, video software to create a short video promoting a book or text. This type of activity gets students to start thinking above and beyond just the book, but they're also thinking about how to make a video. So they have to decide, what characters are we going to show in the video? What part of the plot are we going to show? What's going to get people interested and make them want to read this book? This type of activity is good for a teacher or librarian because they could then display students' work in the classroom, they could display it in the library. So it not only helps your students make connections to the reading that they read, but it can also get future students to want to read that book. You can find online examples of book trailers by going to the school library journal website and scrolling through what they have. They have a whole section on student-made book trailers. Lastly, we have the follow-up activity. For this, I want you to create a picture packet for your favorite book. Then explain why you chose each picture.
Created using Powtoon.